Today we're talking about pin position and not shooting at just fixed distances of 20, 30, 40, and 50. It's very important to know where to hold a multi-pin sight for a 35-yard shot, or a 33-yard shot, or a 42-yard shot. So in summary, know where your different pins hit, whether you have multi-pin or single pin. Know where that particular pin hits at particular distances so that you can make a perfect shot when it's game time.
So when we get a new piece of property we acquire, some of the things we look at is the future management of the farm. So we generally kind of look at the buck-doe ratio, how many mature bucks we have on the farms. A lot of times that means if we have a lot of mature deer on the farm that are not genetically the way we want, we try to put a game plan together of which deer we need to harvest to take off that we don't want breeding our does. And if we have too many does to buck ratio, we tend to try to take some of them does out of population. This farm is a farm in Illinois that I acquired this year, and the first thing we noticed is the farm had some tremendous deer on it, but it also had some really mature deer that needed to be taken off the farm. So the first thing we did was make a list and put a couple certain deer on the hit list that we needed to take off, because here in Illinois we can kill multiple bucks. So a lot of times that means one of your bucks is going to go for a management deer. It's not always what you want, but if you're looking at the future of that piece of property, sometimes that's what you have to do.
We're just getting set up. It's the evening of like maybe the 8th or 9th. I got my son Tyler behind the camera. It didn't work out for me and Rick today. I'm on midnights, so we're having to do a quick hunt. We're getting in here late. This farm one's got a couple of really good shooters on it. We've seen them almost every time we've been here. It's just been really close, or something's happened. We couldn't get them on camera. So we're hoping he's gonna slip up. And if he does what he normally does, we're gonna put a black eagle in to see. Stick with us.
Okay, so I'm on this new farm and November is here. It's the time you want to be in a tree. The bucks are just now starting to put a little bit of pressure on the does, and we are seeing, starting to see some really tremendous deer on this new farm.
Full Draw Adventures is brought to you by Ozonics, undetectable, undeniable. E-Ninja Bikes. Excel Sights and Scopes. Black Eagle Arrows, superior carbon technology. True Ball Archery. West Houston Archery. Shrewd Archery, Last Chance Archery, Matthews.
Introducing E-Ninja off-road bikes. Powerful, rechargeable, and affordable, E-Ninja bikes are designed with the outdoorsman in mind. With a 48-volt high-torque motor and 21-gear Shimano transmission, E-Ninja bikes can go almost anywhere. Be the ninja with E-Ninja bikes.
We just got set up. It's like November the 10th. I got Tyler, my son, behind the camera tonight. He's been doing a good job for us. We're hunting a spot of mine that's got 4 or 5 different deer that we'll shoot on here. Got one big non-typical one here that we hadn't seen in a couple weeks. I'm hoping something ain't happened to him, but there's a few other shooters that we see just about every time I hunt this set. I've hunted it, I don't know, 4 or 5 times this year. I hunted it yesterday evening. It's a spot that's not far from my house, and I've got to work midnights, 3 more nights. So it's someplace I can hunt before I go to work and have a quick hunt.
So this is one of the evenings that there was just, everything seemed like it was falling into place perfect. We were seeing bucks chasing does all over the field, a couple deer that was on the no-hit list that were already running does, and then I see a hot doe come right to the base of our tree, basically. And one of the bucks was behind the doe that was on our list to take, and it was happening fast, but I immediately turned to my cameraman Tyler and said, hey, this is one of the deer we need to take. The spot we chose to hunt this evening for this deer had several mature deer coming out in it, but we had a bad wind. And if something I've learned in the past couple of years is this ozonics changes the whole game, the whole way you hunt. And this deer come directly downwind the whole time. The doe and the buck came in directly downwind and never checked up once.
That's what you like to see is a nice bloody arrow. It's got blood everywhere. That thing tore him up. That's one of them was on the hit list. He's not too, he didn't get any bigger than last year. We know he's at least 4. So it's hard to do very much management here in Illinois. If you can't kill but 1 buck, we can kill 2 bucks. So we usually try to take one of our management deer and then hold on for a bigger deer. That's the best we can hope for here. So this is one of them that was on there that we really didn't want breeding our deer. That was kind of a bully to the rest of them, so sweet.
Your odor is betraying you. It's ruining your hunt, pressuring your property, and killing your opportunities. This year, let nothing stand between you and your best season ever. Deploy a steady stream of odor-destroying molecules every second of every hour of every hunt with Ozonics. Available only at OzonicsHunting.com.
So generally late in the season, our deer just flock to our food plots, trying to put on weight after a long rut when they've been without food and they're just worn down. So in the summertime, we're concentrating on getting out our Osage Trophy Blend food plots, because we know when late season gets here and the deer are run down from not eating and the rut, they're gonna hammer these food plots late in season.
Okay, we're getting a late start. We've been duck hunting all day. It's, with the wind chill, it's about 2 or 3 below zero. So that's why we're really bundled up. We've got a mediocre wind, but we've got ozonics going, so it should have us covered. This is my buddy John's place. He's got several deer on there that we'll shoot, that we're wanting to take out of herd. It's late in the season. We've only got about a week left this season, so I got my boy Tyler behind the camera. Stick with us. We'll see if we can't put a big buck down.
The deer comes in the field, he enters the field, he immediately pushes a better deer out of the field. I had my mind made up that I was going to shoot the deer. I grab my rangefinders, I range a spot in the field. I think it's 40 yards. I draw my bow and make the shot, and I shoot under him. We're sitting in the stand. There's still deer everywhere. This deer runs right underneath me and ends up leaving the food plot. Maybe a few 20, 30 minutes later, another group of does enters the food plot. A lot of the bucks were still in there, and here's Krabby again behind the does.
I just smoked him. I smoked her too. She's dead. She won't go 30 yards.
So it's difficult enough to get one chance at a deer that you want to kill, more or less two. And that evening, the good Lord put him in front of me twice. It was just not his day. So I make a good shot at him at 30 yards. He runs about 40, 50 yards, dies on camera. And this is a perfect deer to take off this farm, especially a week before season goes out. And again, thanks to John.
Oh yeah,
John,
no problem. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Thanks for letting us come hunt your farm.
Yeah.
And John's also with Full Draw, and he is doing more than his part at putting us on some good deer. So
Yeah, he done spliced that thing off.
that's good. He's got some good,
Yeah, he's
got
heavy.
nice bases.
Yeah.
He broke it right off. I guess it's because it's so cold, and he tore that fence up down through there.
Yep.
Hit the fence here. Man, good grief. Good nice old deer. They all had meat in the freezer here at the end of the season. Now it's John's turn.
Yep. He finally
So-
met his match with David Heron. Ricky shot over his back last year.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. When he came in last year and put on a really good show in front of a decoy.
Yeah.
That he was a deer that ran a lot of deer out of the field, and you'll see the video. He was the just a deer that bullied a lot of other deer around. So we know he was kind of a dominant deer over a lot of other deer that are genetically way better.
Yeah.
This farm has got some tremendous deer on it, and the end of a story.